Welcome everybody to another round of World of Tanks subscriber replays. My name as always is Maxwell, and today's first video is from the user Sherman Warrior, probably pronounced entirely wrong. That's Sherman Warrior, and he's driving the Covenanter on a standard battle on the steppes, Covenanter being a tier 4 light tank for the British. Now, bringing you a couple of lower tiered, well I say lower tiered, the next one after this is tier 6, so really mid tiered. So I'm bringing you a couple of mid tiered replays this time, because I don't want to totally neglect the lower tiers of the game and only show you things from sort of tier 8 and above, because you can still have some pretty damn good and very, very entertaining games from the lower tiers, as you are about to see. So, our man going to be heading all the way over to the left-hand flank first, being in a quick light tank. He's able to scout out this location pretty nicely. Spots out a Cruiser 4 in the distance there. Going to try and keep up with him. Looks like he's having a little bit of lag issues with his reticule there. I think he might have server reticule switched on, but he's got more than enough rate of fire to be able to take this guy out. The medium Mark II is about to realise why you don't tangle with a Covenanter head on, especially when you've got a really long reload like he does. He's having to back off now after being set on fire. And that is two quick kills picked up by Sherman Warrior on this left-hand flank now. The Cruiser Mark IV and that M2 medium tank running headlong into him, but not having anywhere to retreat to. You saw that medium tank did start to back off at the end there, but it was far too little, far too late, and he got taken out pretty quickly. So going to be moving down. There we go. I was going to say, he did see an M8A1 here. He saw what happened to his allies and he started to back off because he'd taken some considerable damage earlier on. But now he gets spotted out, and he becomes the third victim now of Sherman Warrior. And that is pretty much the whole right-hand flank dealt with. But the thing you have to remember about these lower tiered games, as you can see, this is a tier 3, tier 4 game. Not very many people know the map and not very many people know the tactics. So, as you can kind of see, the enemy teams just sat in a line across the H and G line, not really pushing out along any of the flanks, and that's allowing the allied team to just maraude over them on these two flanks. Although, to be honest, a lot of the allied team is stuck in the centre there. Spots out the artillery. Gonna just focus on this guy. Realizes he's been spotted, but there's no way he's gonna be able to go. He starts to back off, but it's not enough. Finds a T-28 here, and thanks to his spotting, the allied team just opens up on the enemy now and starts pounding them down. As you see, this T-28's taking considerable damage. Gonna wait till more of them is exposed, and he becomes kill number 5. So everybody else doing as good a job as they can of trying to hide away from this onslaught. As you can see, the M3 Lee's made a break for it across the map there. Does indeed take out the Hetzer. But as you can see, the rest of the enemy team still arrayed in this location. So there's a T-46 somewhere up ahead. Not really sure where he is. He's probably relocated to a different part of the map. But he does have to be careful, because there is an Elector and a Valentine anti-tank last spotted on this left-hand side. So got to be aware of that. Does find the T-46 here. And there isn't really much a T-46 is going to be able to do. As you see, he does get a few hits through the armour of the Covenanter. Actually, it looks like the two of them are just going to stand here and punch each other in the face until one of them falls down. And it looks like the T-46 falls down first. That 1940s style boxing match where they both just punch each other until one of them goes down. Looks like the Covenanter comes out on top in that little fight. M3 Lee from earlier comes back into view, but he's only got 4 hit points, and that gun's still hidden behind the ridge, so didn't have a shot on the Covenanter, and he gets taken out as well. Now it's time to go hunting for that Elector, as the Valentine anti-tank was taken out earlier, and that leaves a B1 and a Covenanter on the far left-hand flank. But most of the allied team is there to deal with that. Not quite got a shot on this Elector here. As you can see, he's hidden behind that rock there. So Sherman Warrior going to try and flank around and get behind him, because if he can land his first shot on the guy's tracks and track him, he should be able to just work him down. Finds the Elector in the bush here, going to sneak up behind him. spends his time aiming, doesn't bother trying to take out the track, goes for the track with a second shot, but it doesn't look like he's got the alpha damage to be able to take off that track, so just decides to shoot him in the rear until he dies, and he gets taken out as well. Somebody else coming in for the kill secure, but that is still a massive 7 kills for Sherman Warrior on this battle. So absolutely awesome replay from you, picking up over 1,000 points of damage on a tier 4 game and 7 kills. So stick around, because as always, the score screens and another game are coming right up. And our second game of the day is from the user Baby Wild. That is Baby Wild, and he's driving the E2 Sherman, otherwise known as the Sherman Jumbo, on an encounter battle on Erlenberg. Sherman Jumbo, being a tier 6 medium tank for the Americans, does have that same front armor rating as the heavies though, 102, and a pretty nicely sloped front plate. So in a tier 6 only match, when you don't come up against KV2s, this thing does a good job of bouncing quite a lot of shots, and with that mini derp cannon there, it's able to dish out a decent amount of damage as well. So this thing's always great fun to play. Gets the same derp cannon that the excuse me, that the M4 Sherman gets, but this thing is just absolutely brilliant to play with. If you follow me on the Xbox 360 version of World of Tanks, then you know this is the tank that I'm going to be going to instead of the M6 Heavy. I'm going to be going along the Sherman route as the transitions very nicely. Very nice shot there to take out a T49. This gun only has 53 millimeters of penetration, but a T49 only has about 10 millimeters of armor. So that was a fantastic shot there to take out the T49 in a single hit. Gets another good hit on the side of that guy there. Even when this gun doesn't penetrate, because it's a derp cannon firing that HE shells, even if it just explodes on the outside of the armor and doesn't penetrate, it's still going to do some damage. Probably wanting to be heading up that left-hand side there, but because everybody's being super retarded and not letting each other through, deciding that that's probably not the best course of action. So going to flank around this left-hand side. Now on the new spawn locations for Erlenberg, what you want to do if you spawn in the north here is you want to try and capture this church castle place as quickly as possible. Nice shot then to take out that M2 medium. If you can remain undetected here, nobody realizes that he's in behind them. He should be able to pick up a nice amount of kills for himself here. That Type T-34 just did a runner and was able to escape. Baby Wild picking up 3 quick kills there on the M2, Panzer IV and the T-150. Now it's a chance to just hunt down these other guys. But yeah, if you can get here quick enough, this is the spot that you want to take, and you want to just push the enemy away, because you technically do spawn a little bit closer. Well, you have an easier run of it. You're not necessarily closer than you can take this church first, and that's really going to help you win the battle. Unfortunately, not quite able to penetrate the armor of the Type T-34 there, so wasn't able to pick up the kill, but did take out his track and help secure that one, and he is able to pick up the kill on the VK3601. So we're only sort of 3 minutes into the game, and he's already picked himself up a Top Gun medal. So this has been a pretty good game so far. Looks like the enemy team's won the right-hand side of the fight and are now pressuring the capture circle. Unfortunately, they've got significantly fewer tanks than the Allied team here, who are winning 9 kills to 3. And as you see, that Allied KV2 just parking himself in the cap circle, just denying that base capture from extending any further. And that just means that the enemy team are going to have to come out of that cap circle, try and do something about him. Or else they've got absolutely no chance of winning this game. Have pulled 1 kill back now, taking out the Allied artillery. But it looks like Baby Wild is now flanked around behind them. Does find the Strumpanzer over on the right-hand side there. Doesn't realise he's been spotted. And that is going to be to his detriment as he gets himself taken out and he becomes kill number 7. He's now going to move up and offer some support to his allies. Looking for a shot on this M6 here. Takes it and gets it. Only 36 damage, but a very nice kill secure on him. Taking him out and eliminating a good chunk of the enemy's firepower along with it. The enemy team does have themselves a Jumbo Sherman, but he was last spotted in the north here. Not really taking much part in the fight. Got himself 2 kills, but hasn't really been too effective himself. And as you see, Baby Wild just flanking around. Going to try and surprise this Panzer 38 NA from the rear. Except it looks like that KV-2 is able just to obliterate him himself. Now he's going to head north and try and pressure this Panzer Soufflé. Looks like the Allied team, either accidentally or intentionally, are in that cap circle. Looks like a few of them staying in there. Going to try and get a hit on this, on his counterpart here. The other E2 Sherman takes a shot, but somebody else is able to snatch the kill away just before. Not that that really matters, as he's already picked himself up a monster 8 kills. Only 1,142 points of damage, but with a derp cannon, that ain't bad at tier 6. And a mighty, mighty 8 kills there, helping and being instrumental to his team's victory there, flanking around the castle, church, cathedral thing on the left-hand side and helping secure victory. So absolutely awesome replay there from Baby Wild. Thanks very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, then please send that to replay@screenreality.com. Link for that is in the description. If you found this video entertaining, useful, or informative, then definitely leave me a like, favourite, and put a comment in the comment section below. And if you're not already, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks, and I will catch you guys next time.